Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Island Church Weekly Podcast. I'm joined as ever by Pastor Will McRaney. How are you today, bro?
I'm doing well. How about you, Matt? It's we're full scale into almost summer, aren't we? I mean,
It's almost here. It's
your
almost here.
kiddos
We got
and everybody's
18
gonna be.
days left of school. 18 days left of school. They remind me, they do the countdown every single day. There's like 18 days, 17 days. So they're really excited for it. Yeah, they're ready to get some downtime this summer. So that'll be fun for us around the house.
Well, I know that when it gets back to the fall, they'll be counting down the days to go back to that.
That's exactly it. They'll miss all their friends. They'll be bored at home. They'll be saying, why don't we do more fun stuff? And then they'll be ready to get back. So, yep, absolutely. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up for the summer. I'm sure around the church. Also for us personally, we're doing some travel stuff, so it'll be fun. We're excited for it. What about you guys? You guys got big plans for the summer?
Well, we're scheduling a couple of trips. We didn't have anything big. I need to run to Mississippi to check on my mother, and it's been a while since I've been to Mississippi and been to Natchez, Mississippi, there on the river. It's kind of a hard place to get to, unless you're traveling by boat in the 1800s. That'd have been a different thing. That'd have been
Yeah. Then it was really easy to get to.
right. But so we got that. Sandy, I typically attend the Southern Baptist Convention, which is in June for 2 or 3 days. That's coming up the second week in June. A couple
Where's
little
that going
trips.
to be this year?
What's that?
Where's that going to be this year?
It's going to be at the convention center in Orlando.
So right up the road. Okay, pretty close.
So we'll get a chance to just visit with friends and connect with people and pick up some ideas for ministry and that kind of thing. Just be encouraged and hopefully encourage some other people. Run into former students and things of that nature. So that's coming up. And so nothing really big. We're trying to plan some things with our kiddos, but when you have two that are now under and grandchildren under 7 months, that kind of limits. You got one that's 1 month and one that's 7. It kind of limits a lot of family stuff, but we're trying to do some planning for that for the fall. But we'll get some downtime, and I'm gonna go check my mother. It's always want to be the favorite son between me and my brother, and so I keep working at that. But no, we're looking forward to visiting with her. That's one of our upcoming trips. Anyway, we got all our watercraft going, and so that's a good thing. So I'll be out on the boat a little bit more and jet ski. So if you're out there, some of the people listening here today, I mean, if you love the water, like to get on the water, just shoot me a note and let's try to make it happen. And the reason I got it was so that we can engage with our people here on the island, the surrounding areas. So anyway, so we're looking forward to the summer but not a lot of huge plans.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, how was Sunday at Island Church?
Well, it's good. It's Mother's Day, and you have a wife who's a mother that has 3 little ones. So that's you guys, that was in your house too. So we're in this series on identity, and so if you happen to miss this past week, I encourage you to go back and listen to it. We really talked about how do we be a living legacy as opposed to giving a legacy in terms of material things, but how do we live that out? And our faith is passed on person to person, and particularly the mothers play a unique role, and all the women play a unique role in passing on our faith, as do the fathers as well. But we talked about being both biological parents and spiritual parents and spiritual grandparents. So this is clearly taught in Scripture. From you think about Timothy and his mother and his grandmother, kind of the first Christian family. You think about that in terms of a post Christ, and so they passed on the faith. And we just talked about the value of our ladies and how they can pass it on, even if their grandchildren are far away or their children are far away. And what does that look like? And so it was really a good Sunday. And then we didn't let the men off the hook either, because you've got Paul being a spiritual father to Timothy, so it's right there in the passage. And so really all of us, if we find ourselves in Christ, we get an opportunity to actually share that blessing and those things that really give life meaning and purpose. We get a chance to pass those on to others. And as you know, we have this little building project going on, right?
That's a great way to pass it on.
Great way to pass it on is what we're doing here is building a place to connect. And if you're, again, a parent or grandparent, you understand the importance of connecting with people, and people are craving for this. The more they hold their devices, the more they need the touch, the personal interaction. And the whole coffee shop, ice cream thing, cookies, the food, the commercial kitchen, the whole gym stuff, the space on the porch, all of that is so we get an opportunity to connect people with each other and then connect them to Christ. That's what it's about. We need to become a much more intergenerational church as opposed to single generation. And we're going to move in that direction. And I'm really excited about this past week. We've had it for several weeks, but I've talked about it even off camera, that God keeps bringing us people with young children. They're still looking around. They don't see anybody that quite looks like them. But I said, if you guys ever all got together, there'd be a lot of you.
Yep, there'd be a lot of you. Yeah.
So that's one of the things our church family can pray about is that some of those people would stick and that they would become the hub for other people to connect to. And we really desperately need someone probably that would serve both in our nursery. So we may be looking for a person that we can pay to make sure every week we're not running when we have babies. And we've had babies multiple weeks. And that we could pay someone to be there. So we're actively looking for that. And then someone to help us coordinate with the children. Every parent needs some help, right? I mean, you're a parent, so you know this.
But yeah, the community is needed. That's for sure.
That's right. So we're looking maybe for a college intern, maybe a young person that we could pay a few hours a week that would just kind of do this on the side, but really pour into this. And so there's a place for our people because we're in the process. This thing's ramping up, as you know, Matt. We've got those final drawings already. They're making a couple smallest of tweaks. I mean, but they're ready to go, and they're being bid out right now. It won't be long. Another couple of weeks, they'll hand me this is what it's going to cost you. And so I look forward to that day. And then we looking to go to the county and then look into our people and look into others to help fund this thing. But we're really funding something that's bigger than ourselves, that's going to outlast ourselves, that's going to have an impact beyond ourselves. And we're thankful as a man who planted the oak trees that said, when he said, why are you doing this? They said, because you'll never see them. Because he said, because I didn't find the world empty when I came into the world, and I want to leave it empty when I leave. We want to plant seeds that outlive us. And those are through the multiple generations in our church and our community and reaching out to people. And so we want to be grateful to pass it along.
That's huge. Yeah, I love it, man. Thanks for sharing your heart on that. Probably self-evident based on you kind of sharing your heart. How'd you have people praying this week for the church?
Well, I think this summer is really a great time to try to connect with people. A lot of things start pulling back a little bit. We take a little bit of break. I mean, the Bible has rhythms, right? You have the Sabbath, and there's work and there's rest, and it's not just rest; it's just a change of pace, even. And so we really need to make sure that we're connecting. The women today, I believe, as we're filming, the ladies are getting together, having their last women's Bible study, except it's not the Bible study, it's a gathering. We're going to do some things on the boats. We're going to get together with some momentums. We're going to do some things, have a meal, pull together some people, do a meal for 4 or 8, however many you want to get together, four sets of people or several ladies go together, or men go together, whatever it might be, but just stay connected with people because we're having a few less life groups and a few less Bible studies and things. They'll be on pause for the summer as people come and go. So enjoy the time away, but stay connected with people. In the midst of all of that, man, I would say another thing they could do is just make sure that they're praying about their financial giving. We're going to be moving into a time frame where we're looking for additional financing, where they're going to finance internally, externally, what resources we have, what are committed, all these kinds of things. In our just day-to-day giving, our week-to-week giving, which is part of the whole reason for the tithe in the first place in the Old Testament, was to handle temple operations. Make sure that as you're in the middle of travel, don't forget to give. And you say, well, if I just forget a week, then it's not going to make that much difference. But that happens to several people, and it start really making a dent. And so if you want to get on electronic giving, let us know. Jolene can be happy to help you up here. I could probably do it as well. You and I could fumble through it together. Jolene will be happy to help you to get that together so that when you're traveling, you don't have to worry about that part. It's just automatic. So they can be thinking about both their financial giving and then thinking about staying connected with people. That's probably the really big thing.
That's a great word, man. That's a great word. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your heart, everything that's going on in the church, lots of exciting stuff, lots of ways for folks to step up, from to pray about their involvement, really to sow those seeds to the next generation, right? To build something that's intergenerational, to outlast just what we have in our time here on the earth. So
right.
I'm grateful for you, grateful for the vision that you've kind of inspired us with. And thank you all for watching the Island Church Weekly podcast. We'll see you on Sunday. We'll see you back here next week.